We're still making
But
you wait to talk about the Falcons because the next team up in the division, I don't think they've changed a lot from last year, but they're still more exciting than the Saints and the Panthers. So let's talk about the Bucs.
Do we
I
believe in Baker Mayfield? I
Never.
mean,
I
Ty
don't
Bob
think
does.
Baker believes in Baker, man. Like you
I
can
don't.
never tell. You can't tell sometimes. Sometimes
Don't
he
ask
do.
me because I'm gonna go for my guy Baker all the time.
I
I'm gonna
Don't get me
always
wrong.
go for Baker.
He balled out last year. Like I'll give him his for his roses. He balled out last year, but can he do it 2 years in a row?
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know. I
That's
really
what be
don't know.
confusing me. The
So
consistency where
for
like
the
he
for
a
the Bucks
baller.
to feel for the Bucks fans and the Bucks organization to feel successful, I feel like Baker's going to have to make a little bit of a jump. And we're not talking about a young quarterback that needs to make a year 2 or year 3 improvement. Like Baker's a veteran and he just had a pretty
Mhm.
decent season. And
He just got paid though, so it's not a contract year.
I want to say this because a lot of people
You get
still
complacent.
they're still not understanding this. How many head coaches and offensive coordinators has Mayfield gone through in his entire career?
Very good point.
Because he made the playoffs off the back of having his third head coach, his fourth head coach, and his fifth offensive coordinator when he was at the Browns. And that was in his second season, third season? Like, let's just be totally real
How
on
impressive was the Browns offense then though? Was it impressive?
It
Was
was
Baker
pretty
doing a
impressive.
lot, or was it just the running game?
I mean, it was a pretty impressive
There was some
offense. Like
dogs on that offense.
Jarvis Landry had over 1,000 yards. Like, let's be real.
And
Like
Nick Chubb with
yeah,
Kareem.
the offense was pretty exciting.
I mean, the biggest
And
Oh, the
problem
run
with
game
the
opened up
offense
the
was
passing game. I
OBJ being a
gotcha.
diva. Like OBJ was worried about not getting enough targets, and there you could
had to deal
you
with that.
caught the mic'd up moment where he has to go apologize. Like I saw you open, but I just saw a better pass. Like he I don't know.
Well, and don't get me
OBJ is
wrong. I don't want to see Baker fail. I really like Baker because he's a straight up dude. If I don't like you, he's gonna say I don't fucking like you. So I mean I give him respect in that, and he'll straight up be honest with you, and he's one of the more genuine guys, and you can tell he tries his ass off. I don't know if because we haven't seen it yet if he can do back to back years.
we also haven't
he's
seen him realistically with back-to-back same head coaches, like same regime, like same
Right.
offenses that
some
he has to run.
continuity. Some
Some
Yeah.
continuity.
Yeah.
He's getting that for the first time in his NFL career. And it's not just continuity with the head coach. It's not just continuity with the offensive coordinator. He's now getting continuity on the entire offense that he plays on. His
Yeah.
receivers are staying the same. His offensive line is
Rashad
staying
White.
the same. His running back is staying the same. So he knows who's going to be protecting him at all times, who's going to be open, working with them in the offseason, and doing everything else that he needs to do. Like there is major continuity here. You got Mike Evans, who's still there. Chris Godwin's still there. He's bringing in Sterling Shepard from the Giants, who he played with
Okay.
at Oklahoma. You still have Trey Palmer, who is a guy who would be a guy on most other teams. And then
Ty
you've
Bob
still got
confirms that he is male.
the offensive line still stays the same with Tristan Wirth and
Good.
some of the
That's an
other
important
positions.
topic in today's world.
That is
right?
that is, you know. His tight end stays the same with Cade Otton, who was pretty good last year. And then he still has his running backs there with or the one running back with Rashad White. They bring in Bucky Irving in the draft, and they also brought in a vet, Chase Edmonds as well, who knows how to do his job. So offensively, there's going to finally be some consistency for Baker Mayfield. I'd be surprised if this year is going to be a flop.
Yeah, and I want to give Baker a little extra flowers here because I feel like he's got the toughness level of like Matt Stafford, right? Like plays through injuries, has
He got
shoulder
the grit.
problems. He's
You know what I'm
got
saying?
grit.
Like,
He's a tiny Matt Stafford, yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough. Hey, but dude can take a hit. He can roll out of the pocket. Like he's
I
also got
think,
the intangibles that make him a good quarterback for I think the system that they have.
yeah, I think this is. I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward to those games against Tampa because I mean they won the division last year. They're the division leaders, division winners. Won, against the Eagles, had some momentum, and was in that game against Detroit. So you got to watch out. You got to watch out because Baker, he's going he's gonna come prepared and he's gonna give it his all. I think that's where you really can't discredit him too much. yeah, he's still trying to figure things out, and he's still young. There's no continuity, like you said. So with this being his, second year, he got his money. He got, rapport with the receivers. You're bringing in receivers that I played with before, so you get that confidence. Man, they might do something. So I'm really looking forward to those games. Because it's hard not to root for a guy like Baker. He don't really do, you know what I'm saying? Like he on the commercials, he doesn't. You don't really hear too much outlandish stuff outside of football. Like you don't hear nothing crazy scandals. And he just comes up and he plays football. So it's hard not to root for a guy like that. As far as just a team guy, and he seems like a player guy.
And if the Falcons don't live up to the expectations
Right.
from the offseason, like the Bucs are the default favorite.
Right.
Won division last year in a playoff.
They're the easy underdog of this division
they're the reigning champs in our division. So like you got to give them respect, for sure.
We only talked about that offense. That defense still has continuity all over as well, and some dogs. Vita Vea, Levante David, Jordan Whitehead,
They're
Antoine
pretty
Winfield.
solid,
Like
man.
they're still stocked with veterans on both sides of the ball. That team, if that continuity works out for Baker and he gets to slinging on that offense, that whole team's something to worry about for most other teams that they'll play against.
No,
So certainly some decently high expectations for the NFC South. What are the Bucs win over under?
Let's see. Vegas has their odds.
Probably what, 9, 8.5.
I am surprised at this. Let me check. Let me check another source real quick just to make sure, because this is
They get them at 10, don't they?
man. All right, so they went 9-8 last season.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas and multiple sports books has them at 7.5.
Oh,
Damn. Oh, low.
If I put the Saints over, I have to put the Bucs over.
I'm going over all day.
Yeah, I'm going 8
Easy
games.
over.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8 games, 8, 9 games again. I'm gonna say over for sure. I'm gonna say over. I don't want it, but I'm gonna just be real about it. Yeah.
They just have to be under you.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
That's what
you
she
know what I'm
said.
saying. I don't give a fuck. Right?
Falcons 11 wins.
Damn, 7.5.
7.5. So
Wow.
they just have to win 8. Now the NFC South is going through a gauntlet this upcoming season with everybody you guys have to play, being the AFC West, and then you've also got to play the NFC North or NFC East.
North.
NFC East.
NFC East.
The non-division NFC is East. Cowboys, Eagles.
Cowboys, Eagles, Giants.
Mm.
That's 6, 7 losses right there, essentially.
Damn.
It's brutal. I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
I'm
I mean,
giving him over. 8 wins is reasonable.
I don't want to give him over either.
They're going to be fighting and crawling across the finish line in the season to get that 8th win, but they will get there.
I'll give them a minimum 4 wins out of the division right away.
In the division?
In the
they sweeping the Panthers and the Saints?
No,
I think they
might get one
and split with the Falcons.
They'll probably I mean, honestly, last year as far as division teams, we split with Tampa, and then we split. I mean, I think we split with Carolina too, and I think we split with the Saints too. Like we split with every team. So honestly, I'm not gonna disagree with you. Hopefully that ain't the case. I'm trying to at least go, dog, 2-0 somebody, at least 2 teams.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Dave. Enough of this junk division with everybody else.
I mean, we talking about like who cares? Who cares?